Today we're going to do a lesson on dividing fractions by using the algorithm. Okay, so let's go over what is division. So division is another form of repeated subtraction. For example, 8 divided by 2, you can do 8 minus 2, that's once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. Another way we can say division is, it represents how many equal parts or groups from a number. So for example, again, 8 divided to 4 groups, each group will have 2. And we could say division and fractions are closely related. Like we mentioned earlier in previous lessons, fractions is a representation of the division problem. So if you see a fraction, you can say, oh, division's involved. But here's the one key factor we're going to talk about. Division is the inverse of a multiplication. Meaning, think like it's kind of like the reverse of multiplication. We know that, let's say, 8 divided by, let's say, 4, we're using 4, 8 today, is 2. If I work backwards, you know that 2 times 4 is 8. Or sometimes we ask ourselves, 8 divided by what number makes 2? Some of you guys have to think, oh, what times 2 is 8? So like that. So division and multiplication are inverse of one another. So here, think like this situation. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Another way to think of 10 divided by 2 is getting half of it. Anytime you divide a number by 2, you're getting half. And you know half is a fraction. So think about that there. So again, 1/2 of 10 is 5. So half of 10 is 5. What? No, of course. So then, what is the relationship between 1/2 and 2? Just look at that. What's the relationship between it? If I notice, you say, oh, this has a 2, right? 2 can be written as 2 over 1. Then you notice they look very similar to each other, right? And that's the next thing we're going to talk about. So here, whoops. What is the relationship between 1/2 and 2? 2 and a half are reciprocal of one another. This is actually a new vocabulary we're going to talk about today. Pretty much reciprocal, it just means they are the inverse number of each other. And sometimes when you look at it, it is the flip version of that number, but it's more than that. It's just more than the flip version. If you multiply any number with its inverse, you always get the value to be 1. For example, 2 times 1/2 is gonna get you the value of 1. So just do this out. 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 2 is 2. And you guys can simplify it to be 1. In this case, it always works with most numbers too. Here, 3/2, the reciprocal of 3/2, think of like the flip. If 2 is in the bottom, it's going to the top. If 3 is in the top, it's going to go to the bottom. This is the reciprocal version. I'm going to put a R here. If you multiply the reciprocal, you'll always get the value of 1. And like I told you guys before, if you guys multiply fractions, you can always simplify. 1, 1, 1, 1. And obviously 1 times 1 is still 1. Okay? Here, also you don't do it. It doesn't work with 0. Okay, so let's find the reciprocal of these numbers. I'll do the first half, and you guys will, well, actually I'll do the, let's say, I'll do the first 2, then we'll look at the next 2, then we'll look at the next 2, okay? So the reciprocal of 2/5. Pretty easy. We're not going to write equal. Do not write equal, because 2/5 and its reciprocal are not equal to each other. So I'm just write reciprocal R is, here, since 2 was on top, it's going to go on the bottom. 5 is in the bottom, it's going to top. So it's the inverse. You're going to invert it. So think like flip it. You're going to invert it. What's reciprocal of 5 over 2? Obviously, it's going to be 2 over 5. So again, they're not equal to each other. They're the reciprocal of one another. Okay, so let's think of 1/8. Most of you guys will think automatically, oh, that's easy. Since 8 is in the bottom, it's going to go to the top. 1's in the top, it's going to go to the bottom. You're going to say 8 wholes or just 8. And remember, guys, since we're working with fractions, you can always simplify fractions if it can be, you can always simplify it. And if somehow you got a mixed number, like this example here, you have to make it into an improper. So let's make it to an improper first. Remember the rule, keep the denominator. You're going to do like the mad check. You're going to multiply and add. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 4 more is 14. This is not our answer. We're just getting the fraction version of this number. Then the reciprocal will be 5/14. And try to get in a good habit of circling your answers so we know where is our answer overall. Here, this is a whole number. You guys know that whole numbers is just a number or a value out of 1. This is not the reciprocal. To get the reciprocal, we'll flip it or invert it. You got 1/6. Same thing here. Get the mixed number version of it. 4 times 1 is 4. Add 3 is 7. Then we're going to get the inverse or the reciprocal. Flip it. And that's our answer. So reciprocal. Think of it more than just flip. Okay? It's more than that. It is the inverse value. Inverse. Some of you guys probably heard the word inverted. It means like a flip, technically. Is the inverted value. Okay. Now, what does this have to do with dividing fractions? Let's talk about that. So what do we do with these reciprocals? Here, recall, division is the inverse of a multiplication problem, right? So what we're going to talk about is here. Instead of thinking of backwards division, think about fractions. That's going to be even harder. We're going to change a division problem into a multiplication problem. You guys know that multiplication is more easy to work with than a division. So instead of dividing by the divisor, for example, like divide by 1/2, some of us may not be able to do that immediately, we will technically multiply by the reciprocal of that divisor. So there might be called different steps. So some teachers or some, if you look online of views, other teachers might call it SIRS. Some people might call it KCF. We're going to talk about these acronyms or these abbreviation actually means, okay? So they are the same concept. Overall, it just means we're going to multiply by the reciprocal value. So let's do an example here. 2/5 divided by 3/5. What we're going to do is change this half or this part of the division problem. We want to make 2/5, which is our original number. We're going to make this to a multiplication problem with a different value here. So we're going to either SIRS, as in we're going to make it the same. We're going to get the inverse, and we're going to get the reciprocal, and we'll simplify. Other teachers might call this keep, change, flip. You're going to keep the value. So we're going to talk about that in a bit. You're going to change this or get the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So I'm just going to do this real quick. Well, I'll show you guys in a second what it looks like. And we're going to get the reciprocal, aka flip. So it's going to look like something like this. You're going to have 2/5. You're going to keep it. You're going to inverse or change. And we're going to get the reciprocal. So you're technically getting rid of this, multiply, and you're switching this number with this number. Okay? Then afterwards, you will get 2/5 times 5/3. And you remember the rule of multiplication is easy. Just multiply the numerators together and the denominator together. So 2 times 5 is 10. 5 times 3 is 15. So you get 2/3. And anytime, 10 to 15. And anytime you you should always simplify. Here is 2/3. You could simplify in the beginning, like right here. You could have just done this. Boop, boop. Here we got 2 times 1 and 1 times 3. It will be this answer overall. Okay, so let's do this problem together. So let's look at this right here. We have this problem 2 2/3 divided by 3/4. What I always tell students is that if you're dividing by fractions, you should always have fractions involved. This number is not a fraction, so we have to make it into a fraction. So remember the rule of making a mixed number to a improper. We're going to do like a mad check. Again, like think of this. We're going to multiply and add. If you guys forgotten right here. Mad check. Whoop. So we do 2 times 3, which is 6. All right here. 2 times 3 is 6, then add it with 2. So this will be, I'm just going to rewrite it over here. 6 plus 2 is 8. And we're going to divide this by 3/4. Again, we didn't change this to a multiplication problem yet. So we're going to do that right now. So again, if you like sirs or keep, change, flip, that's up to you. Just remember, we're just going to change this part of the problem overall. So we're going to keep the first number, keep it the same. We're going to change it to the inverse operation. So division becomes the multiplication. And we're going to flip this. Like that. Now, if you can, try to see if you can simplify. Look at this part of this fraction here. 8/3. It cannot be simplified. 4/3 cannot be simplified. Look diagonally. Can 3 and 4 simplify? Nope. Can 3 and 8 simplify? Nope. So just multiply across. 8 times 4 is 32. 3 times 3 is 9. Sometimes you may be able to leave this answer as it is here. But if they want you to write the answer as a simplest form or as a mixed number, just divide it out. So you guys can probably do this mentally in your head, or you can do it out yourself, like this. But I know that 9 can go to 32 3 times without going over. So my whole number is 3. The remainder or leftover amount is 5. So we're going to get 5 out of 9. So if I divide 2 and 2/3 by 3/4, the answer is going to be 3 and 5/9. Like that. So I want you guys to try this on your own. Pause this video and we'll go continue this after you attempt this, okay? Or if you want to, we can do you can do one example problem like A, pause it, then unpause it. I'll go over it. Then B, you can pause it, then unpause it, and so on. So pause it right now and we'll go over this in a sec. Okay, so here, when you divide this out, 5 is the same thing as 5/1. We're going to change this to a multiplication and we're going to flip it. As a reminder, if you could simplify now, you should. For example, 5 and 5 can be simplified as 1. 1 times 6 is 6. 1 and 1 makes 1. So overall the answer is 6. If I didn't simplify, you would have got 30/5, and 30/5 is still equal to 6. Let's look at the second one here. You got 2 and 2/3. We're going to keep this the same. We're going to change this to the inverse. And we're going to flip this to the reciprocal. And if you could simplify it before you do all the step here. Or you could do it here. It doesn't matter. Diagonally, I just noticed that, oh, I can simplify this. So I can make this become diagonal like this. So 1, 1. 6 and 3 share 3 in common. So I can divide both by 3. And you know, it's like, oh, wow, this is easy now. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 and 1 makes 1. So the answer is 3 here. Your answer won't always be this easy, but this is just a good example of how simplify make things easier because it makes simpler stuff. 2 and 1/4 is the same thing as 4 multiply and add. 2 times 4 is 8 plus 1 is 9. We're going to divide 9/4 by 1/2. We're going to change this to a multiplication. 1/2, we're going to get the inverse like this. Simplify if you can, but if you didn't simplify, just do this. 9 times 2 is 18. 4/1 makes 4. Here, let's say I didn't simplify again. You could simplify right now, but let's say I make to the mixed number. 4 can go 18 4 times without going over. The remainder is 2. So it's going to be 2 out of 4. Then 2/4, you know that can be simplified to be 1/2. And I usually like to rewrite this so it looks neater. So our answer is 4 and 1/2. So that is it for this lesson. Just remember the main steps of dividing fractions is just you're going to keep it the same, flip the division to a multiplication, and flip the second number or divide it to its reciprocal. Good luck, guys. You guys got this.